Well, that's it. Welcome. It's your first step in the VR room. Normally, we'd have a whole training session ahead of us, but we're in a hurry. A new investigation has just arrived. Grab the VR glasses, I'll load the crime scene. Of course, glasses work better if you put them on your eyes.
So I was trying to use a controller, I didn't realise it was hand tracking only. Look at this. VR glasses. Who'd have thunk it? I mean, I feel like I'm already wearing some.
Perfect. It's loading.
Who be
Here
he?
it is. This is Richard's Hugh. He disappeared 3 days ago.
There he is.
He was an eccentric artist who had enjoyed some success with his latest collection. The kind of attention that can make people envious. And here's the artist's latest painting. I won't comment on that.
Whoa, this is trippy.
We have a new investigation technique at our disposal. Let's see what this painting can tell us. Try to take a picture of it. Put your hand together in this position and pinch your finger.
Which, did I already do it?
Perfect. Keep your fingers pinched and your hands apart.
Hey, this is cool. Right.
Fantastic. You've collected your first piece of evidence.
He's creeping me
now
out.
Grab the clue.
Richard's painting. Ooh.
That's your detective board. This is where you can... You see the drawing pin? If you grab it, you can link the evidence to a suspect.
Oh, well, I'm sort of skipping ahead, but
Congratulations.
yeah.
You are now ready to enter the crime scene and collect all the other clues. Take a look at the right side of the detective board and push on the big red button.
Big red button. Boom. Oh, where are we at now?
Here you are at the crime scene. What a mess. You're going to have to find out what happened here. To start, you need to collect the clues around the scene. To get around, I'm going to open some teleportation points.
Excellent.
Simply pinch in their direction to teleport.
Right. Fantastic. So, broken glass, blood smattered absolutely everywhere. The painting is damaged unless that was intentional by the artist. And are there any other clues? Sex swing. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of bloody sink and a mobile phone.
Don't forget that you can take photos by putting your hands together and pinching.
Are we just taking photos at this point?
Agatha's voice message is particularly spicy. She seems to have something against Richard.
Let's, yeah, I guess for a crime scene, you want to take photos first so that you sort of register the evidence before you tamper with them. So, cool.
A fire has started in a rubbish bin. Some documents have survived the flames. A painting with a knife stuck in it.
See? Knife stuck in a painting. Blood spattered wall. You can't tell me that's not evidence. Window.
The window was smashed by a punch.
A punch, you say? This is evidence. I know it is. Because this isn't part of the decor. Right. She's lying to me. Right, the swing. Swing's got to be something to do with it.
He must be such an eccentric guy to have a swing in his apartment.
Yeah, we all know what that's for. Just saying.
That's a pretty big statue, but I don't think it will help.
Ooh, what about this X-ray thing? No? Right. There's something up with that, and she won't. She won't let me acknowledge it. There's footprints. Footprints.
Someone stepped in the puddle of blood.
Right. There's more. I know there is. There's got to be more. Other paintings. Why is it going red? Focus. We've run out of teleportation points. I'm missing vital pieces of evidence. How many have we got? There's 2 clues that I'm missing. Ah, the sink. Right. Come on, detective. Chat. She didn't talk about the sink. We're missing one. So I've got the window, the phone, the sink, the painting, the poster in the trash can. Ah, what's that?
Insurance and valuation of Richard Hughes' works at the request of A. Cohen. Awesome, you've gathered all the clue in the crime scene. We have a new suspect, Agatha Cohen, Richard's ex-girlfriend. Let's go back to our detective board. Press on the big red button to go back to the detective board. Great! I have the info. It's added to the detective board. Ta-da!
Right, what have we got here?
Actually, I didn't tell you everything. It's not just about linking clues to suspects. You have to find evidence from the clues.
Oh, okay. Right,
Look
well,
here. This is your pedestal. It's a central part of our investigation. It allows us to generate evidence and observe it. Take a Polaroid and bring it to the pedestal to reveal the clue.
Richard's phone.
This is Richard Hughes' mobile phone. The last thing played was a voice message from Agatha Cohen. In a nutshell, Agatha's message is particularly spicy. She seems to have a grudge against Richard. Perfect! Now you can change mode by pressing the icon on the pedestal or by pressing the magnifying glass.
Oh!
You just found the fingerprint proof. Don't hesitate to change modes to find all the evidence.
Ah, fingerprints. Let's look for blood. None. What about whatever this is?
The last thing played was a voice message sent by Agatha Cohen.
Right, can we play it?
The last thing played was a voice message sent by Agatha Cohen. Magnificent. You've collected all the evidence on this clue. Now all that remains is to connect our evidence to our suspect.
Right. So it was Agatha, wasn't it? Had a dirty fingerprints and everything. Ah, Agatha Cohen.
So, if you connect a clue to the evidence of the right suspect, you create a special link.
Ooh.
A suspicion.
Right, cool. Footprints in blood. Let's examine.
Footprint in a bloodstain. A footprint in a bloodstain.
Here we go. Right, blood. There's got to be blood because it's a bloodstain.
The blood is A positive. This is literally the most common blood group. Is one of our suspects A positive?
Richard, I think.
A bare foot corresponding to a size 9 or 10 stepped in blood.
Okay. Right. All the evidence for this one leads us to A plus blood. Yeah. What was the other thing? Size 10 shoe. How do I know what size bloody footprints they are? Sink blood. Any fingerprints on the bloody sink? No? Blood? Sure is.
You just found the blood evidence.
A minus? That's neither here nor there.
You just found the fingerprint proof.
Fingerprint proof? I think it was that one. That fingerprint to that sink. We've got a letter.
Insurance and valuation of Richard Hughes' works at the request of A. Cohen. You just found the fingerprint proof.
It's her fingerprint, so it's Agatha's fingerprint. 0 blood.
Interesting. Agatha seems to be behind this contract.
So she wrote the contract. So I'm going to pin her fingerprint to that and Agatha to that. Okay, it's starting to come together. What about the broken window?
The shards of glass face inwards, so it was a blow from the outside. A robbery? Blood type A positive.
Richard, you dirty dog.
You just found the fingerprint proof.
And it's his fingerprint. So Richard was all about getting into the broken window. No? There we go. Get rid. It's not that one either. We're missing a fingerprint. But it did say it was his blood. Didn't it? I thought it was. Was it hair blood? We don't know. Struggling a bit with that one. What about the dumpster fire?
Not everything in this rubbish bin has caught fire. I have been... Multiple fingerprints are present, all belonging to the same person.
That's Richard, surely. What about blood? No?
You just found the special proof.
So this is Agatha. Dumpster. And was it his fingerprint? Yes. I suppose it's just the easel left. I'm still confused about the broken window though.
The blood-like colour of the paint is strange, as if it were organic. A particularly striking work. Was perforating the work part of the artistic process?
Potentially.
A particularly bloody choice of pigment. Oh, positive blood.
Means nothing. We haven't got that one. On the knife.
There are fingerprints on the back and sides of the canvas. Someone transporting the work? Can I link these prints to a suspect?
I think...
You've not yet scanned any evidence on this object.
Which object?
You've not yet scanned any evidence on this object.
I beg to differ.
You've not yet scanned any evidence on this object. The blood-like colour of the paint is strange, as if it were organic. A particularly striking work.
Look what I've found. A moniker on the back.
You just found the special proof.
Special proof. It was Richard Hugh. And hair fingerprint. The real question is, what does this all mean? So blood is tied to him, but the footprint is tied to her. We don't have their footprint. What does this even mean? How can I proceed? Right, Agatha's testimony proves that Agatha was present at the crime scene. Agatha held something against Richard. Well, what's next? Because I've...
Bravo! Your first suspicion is created. Take it and place it on the pedestal. Try to see Agatha begin to react to your suspicions. It's up to you to find the right combinations to unlock a new testimony.
Okay.
What does this have to do with me?
Do I talk to her?
I have absolutely no idea who this person is. Who? Never heard of him.
Well, you have. I can put you at the crime scene, lady. Your blood has been found.
I prefer not to express myself on that.
I've got contracts with your name on it.
I'd rather not say anything about it.
Well, I'd rather you did.
I must have handled that object.
Oh, the knife. Yeah, we come back to the knife.
Of course, we were living together.
Oh, and that gives you an excuse to fondle all of his knives, does it?
Yes, that is indeed my stuff.
Okay, you're going to play hardball, are you?
Great! I've touched it. Now what does that prove?
Good question. We're not even talking about the knife. We're talking about the dumpster stuff.
I must have handled that object.
I think I'm running out of time. Just tell me the truth, damn it.
Yes, those are indeed my documents.
Good. Good, we're getting somewhere.
I have nothing to say about that.
This was a failed interrogation at best. Right. Okay, let's talk about the knife. I think the knife is a good one. Move.
What does this have to do with me?
Your fingerprints were all over the murder weapon. Where'd you go? Okay. That didn't work. What about this one? Yeah, fingerprints. That's the one I wanted to do. Come on. Fingerprints all over the murder weapon.
I spent a year with him, so obviously you're going to find my fingerprints all over the place.
Well, she's got me there. She's got me, but at least I've proved that she's at the testimony. Oh, no, this is what I have to prove. Yeah, so it's not already proven. We need to prove that Agatha held something against Richard, which is on the phone. Aha. Move. I'm getting the hang of it. You held something against Richard. I've seen the messages on the phone.
Listening to it now, I might have been a bit intense. But if I hadn't, our story would have continued. Anyway, I meant what I said that day.
Of course you did. I can't even remember what you said. Right, I've proven those two things.
Congratulations. A new timeline is available.
Oh,
Let's hear the suspect's confession.
let's have a look-see, shall we? Talk.
Look, I don't want to talk about it. I think I felt trapped. I couldn't move on with Richard. We knew it would come out sooner or later. He needs an enormous amount of space to create, an enormous amount of space for his ego. Staying with Richard just felt like putting my career on hold.
And so, of course, you murdered him.
We are in Agatha's testimony, and now we can explore the timeline. Look at your watch. Can you go back in time? At the beginning of the timeline, I think I saw something.
Ooh, let's rewind.
Interesting. Let's see who's texting Agatha.
Oh, let's.
Agatha's mobile received a text message from a museum. Perfect. I'll open up the other teleportation points for you. There are several clues hidden in the timeline. Let's find them all.
Okie dokie, Skip. Right, so she got a text from a museum.
Richard seems to have serious debts. But how did he get into this situation?
Oh, Richard, how did you get into this situation? There's the knife. I said, there is the knife. Fine. So. Window isn't broken yet. The tarp with all the blood isn't there yet. Oh.
A letter from the Centre d'Art Contemporain Pompidou in Paris.
A letter from the Bibidibidibid in Paris.
A note signed by Carl von Rove. It says, friendly reminder.
Oh, friendly reminder of what? That your girlfriend's crazy.
Very original way of marking an important date.
Exhibition. Hmm. Something is afoot. I may have to proceed further down the timeline to see further clues. Right, let's play. So Richard's moving along, playing with his things, his paintings. I think we've got another point of interest here, possibly. She's being very sneaky. Right, let's prepare to pause.
We need to talk.
Talk about what?
About this, whatever this is. It isn't working.
Right, pause it here because I think these dots are key points. Why did it want me to stop here? Nothing else has moved. Alright, let's keep going.
Not working. Look, Agatha, we've been through tough patches before. We can
No,
figure
Richard, this
out.
is more than just a tough patch, okay? This is a fundamental problem.
Fundamental? What do you mean?
Your irresponsibility. Your complete lack of awareness for anything that's going on around you. You're so absorbed in your own world, you forget there's one outside of it. And what is the point of collecting all these exotic trinkets?
This isn't.
Pause. She got the thing.
This is a ceremonial knife from Central Africa, an object of great museum value.
Yes. Copped you, didn't I? Agatha. Let's proceed.
Fair. I'm.
Wait, doesn't that... So I've missed one, haven't I? There should have been something here. Teleport! Yay! What am I missing? Perhaps nothing. Well, let's continue on.
This isn't fair. I'm dedicated to my work. It is what makes me
your precious
me.
art. But what about us? What about the moments we're supposed to share? Do you even remember the last time you asked me about my day?
Look, Agatha, I'm under so much pressure. Okay, I've got the collection. I've got
Yes, it's always your
expectations
collection. Your career, your struggles. When do I get to matter?
Look, Agatha, I can see what you're doing.
Don't try to reverse the situation, okay? Don't try your narcissistic trickery on me.
The contract was mishandled. Huh. Richard must not have appreciated the terms and conditions.
One more clue. Let's keep going.
An effort. But you don't. You never have.
Yeah, but that's not true. See, you know, sometimes you're distant and you're critical and like I don't know what to do. You just, like
Okay,
nothing
so
I do is
now
good
it's
enough.
my fault. Okay, Richard. You hide behind your art and your pretentious persona. This is it.
Am I missing something? Shoes.
Yeah, fine. This is it.
She walks like she's laid an egg. So there's the contract. This is it. Right, so I'm definitely missing something because I played the entire timeline.
A missed call from Carl von Rove on Richard's phone. Congratulations. You found a new suspect. Carl von Rove, the famous millionaire who's been making headlines in the tabloids.
Great.
We found.
A new detective board. Right, well, let's have a look-see. Shall we? Right, so new guy. New evidence. I'm starting to think that he may be the killer because we can't really put her there. I think she just wanted Richard to, focus on her a little bit and give her some attention rather than devoting all of his time to his art. But who am I to judge?
A post-it note on a painting is surprising enough. Even more so when it's signed by Carl von Rove.
Dear Richard, a friendly reminder that I will drown you in paint.
You just found the fingerprint proof.
That is indeed his fingerprint, but why wouldn't it be? In order to sign said painting, he would need to touch it.
Proudly signed by Carl von Rove. Is it really his signature?
Apparently so. Right, so, fingerprint. Whoa. That's not his fingerprint. It was Richard's fingerprint. And then Carl von Rove signature. Other pieces of evidence.
Collection letter from his bank. He owes 40,000 euros. The bank does not seem to be laughing. It says legal action will be taken if the situation is not regularized within 60 working days.
Damn.
A letter of formal notice was sent 1 month ago, and Richard was supposed to regularize his debts as soon as possible. You just found the fingerprint proof.
That is Richard's fingerprint. No blood on here. Right. So Richard's fingerprint and what was the other thing? Richard, it was his signature as well, wasn't it? Yes. What about the phone?
We've not yet scanned any evidence on this object. A friend of Agatha's called Kate tells her about her future job at the museum. Multiple fingerprints are present, all belonging to the same person.
And they are hers. Which of course they would if it was her phone.
A friend of Agatha's called Kate tells her about her future job at the museum.
Cool. Right, next is the ancient knife.
A collector's item. It seems to belong to a collection of African art. A knife marked with blood.
Those ought to be Agatha's fingerprints. There's knee blood on there. Oh, Richard Hugh. Right, so Agatha, your fingerprints were all over the weapon, but I did see you pick it up. And Richard, your name was actually on it. Carl is
A
calling.
missed call from Carl von Rove on Richard's phone. Why would a millionaire want to call a small artist? Do they know each other? A text message from Carl von Rove on Richard's phone.
Why indeed?
Who does this fingerprint belong to?
That is Richard's fingerprint. But it is Richard's phone. And a text message from Carl von Rove. So we need to get two testimonies. We need to prove that Agatha had to make a choice or received an offer. Carl's testimony to prove that he knows Richard and was at the apartment. But I can do that because I haven't put his fingerprints there yet. but he knows Richard because he's sent him a painting and a missed call. Let's look at this contract.
The contract between Richard Hugh and the Von Rove Foundation. It's signed by millionaire Carl Von Rove. Hugh just found the fingerprint proof.
Is that Agatha? Was it Agatha's fingerprint on there? Not Richard's.
A dedication from Carl Von Rove. Dear Richard, a friendly reminder, your beloved patron. Huh. Sounds like a nice guy. Knowing his reputation, I have my doubts.
Yeah, okay. Why was hair fingerprints all over it? This is getting a bit messy now. The museum letter.
The most fashionable contemporary art centre in Paris writes to Agatha, offering her a prestigious job. Agatha's career seems to be going well.
Good for her.
You just found the fingerprint proof.
That is Agatha's fingerprints and signature. Okay, now the calendar is the last piece of evidence that we need.
Paintbrush planted in a calendar. A surprising way to mark a date? I imagine it must have been... You just found the fingerprint proof.
That's Carl Von Rove. That places him in the apartment. I think I've got you.
The brush is planted on the date of his next exhibition. A dramatic setting.
Okay, so Richard Hugh and Carl Von Rove. We finally have you. We have you in the apartment. So, I want to interrogate this little chap with... I want the tape. Is this the one? No? Right. That's not the one I want. Fingerprint. This one. Here we go. Carl.
Oh, that's an inside joke between us. I wanted to support him and playfully indicated a date to motivate him. I'm glad he kept it. It must have touched him.
I'm not going to buy it, I'm afraid. But it does prove he was at the apartment. Technically, it proves he knows Richard as well. But to also prove that he knows Richard, maybe the contract. That's not it. I don't know. Let's just put this one in.
Richard was a genius, but his erratic behavior made him a liability. I saw potential in his art, but his financial desperation was consuming him. Despite my efforts to guide him, he remained stubborn and unpredictable.
Stubborn and unpredict.
How is this related to me?
Right, cool. So why was that even an option? Signed painting proves that he knows him, I guess. Let's try that one.
Oh yes, I had to take the artist's tools. You always have to show the way. That's my responsibility as a patron.
Oh, come on, man. That proves he knows the guy. I guess Carl is calling. That's going to be the one, isn't it? Go on.
Richard was a genius, but his erratic behavior made him a liability. I saw potential in his art, but his financial desperation was consuming him.
Got him.
Congratulations! A new timeline is available. Let's hear the suspect's confession.
Okay. Let's hear his confession.
This had nothing to do with making money. Who do you think I am? I expressed frustration about chasing after an artiste, but Martine, my financial advisor, spoke of Richard's potential impact on the art world. She highlighted how supporting him could significantly elevate the arts, which captured my interest. I envisioned the Foundation von Rove as a beacon for promoting true artistic talent.
Welcome to Carl's office. It's very posh. Let's see what's going on. Look at your watch to check the timeline. A contract on behalf of the Von Rove Foundation, not yet signed by the artist.
Move out of my way. Right. Let's play.
The only problem is that he's received 8 contracts already and hasn't responded to any of them.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go in person?
Oh, Martine, you're keen. Don't tell me you're interested in Richard Hugh. Oh, Martini, shaken and stirred, eh? Perhaps she is seduced by the first light of our promising star, eh?
Please stop. My interest is strictly professional. I just want to ensure we secure his commitment.
No.
All right, then. Make sure it gets done.
Promotional material from the Von Rove Foundation.
What's with like the James Bond music?
A fax containing a list of multiple attempts to contact artists. An article dedicated to Carl Von Rove's new philanthropic vocation. Even the journalist doesn't seem to be fooled.
There must be more to explore if it lets me. Maybe if I rewind and go back. But that's right at the beginning. There's nothing here. What's the point of me being here? Something on your laptop, maybe?
A message exchange on the disappointing start of the Von Rove Foundation.
Oh, what else have we got? What about this nice, beautiful portrait?
Who would want to hang a portrait of themselves on the wall in their office? You've discovered a new suspect. Martine Lacan, Carl Von Rove's financial advisor.
Okay. Right, new detective board. Oh my god, this is going to go on forever, isn't it? Ah, so you get all these different boards. And it's going to keep bringing you closer to solve the mystery. So each time you get a new suspect, and you're building a case, and you're going to go through, and eventually I think you're going to get to accuse someone and make a confession. I'm going to leave it here for now, because I don't want this video to be super duper long, but you get the point. This is a mixed reality detective game. So if you're into puzzles, if you're into detective games, and this one's quite interesting. Like I said, it's mixed reality, so it brings things into your space, and you can move them around. You can put your board wherever you want, your little table thing, your little pedestal, and you get to interrogate people, link evidence.
We've not yet scanned any evidence on this object.
And then you get to do like the little minority report thing where you're in the crime scene and you're rewinding it and looking at clothes. I think it's fairly interesting, fairly cool. This looks like the crimes, I don't know how many there are going to be fairly long to get through, which is a good thing. But for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to be able to show you who done it. But if you do want me to continue on with the investigation, just give it a like, comment, and let me know. But hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.